trying to kill a fly. So I just wanted, so hick. I just wanted to hop on here because I like told y'all, hold on. Don't need everyone know my finances. So I just wanted to hop on here and be like, do a little haul thing again because I went shopping and had a really great day. And show you a few things I've gotten over the last like couple of weeks. So we went to Cole's parents in Dallas. I just spit everywhere. Went to Cole's parents in Dallas and we went to the place called The Shops. That's what his sisters call it. And we went shopping. It was actually super fun. I don't have the bikini I bought. It's a Kalia by Carrie bikini. It is super freaking cute. It actually like hides, you can't even see me. But like it goes up to like about right here on my belly button, so it hides my stretch marks. It looks super cute. Whatever, what have you. I'll push this back a little bit. And then, so I got that. I got this today. It says, Mama, don't let your cowboys grow up to be babies. Then me and his sister, we went and got some James Avery rings with our children's birthstone in it. So Josie's birthstone is a blue, well, non-precious, is a blue topaz. So we went and got that. And then I got one other thing, but I literally can't remember what it was. So it shows I didn't actually need it because I don't even remember what it was. But that's what we got. That's what we did while we were down there. And we visited them. And it was actually super freaking fun. I had a great time. I did order some foam face masks because we have to wear them now at work again because, you know, COVID's gone cray-cray again. So ordered some foam face masks because my coworker Kirsten told me about them and said that they're like easier to breathe with and stuff. But ordered that. I got this cute little barrette today, hopping on the trend. I ordered Josie some more of these little pacifiers. They're bibs pacifiers. She won't take any pacifiers other than these right now, which is great because I wanted to take these from the beginning. So I also ordered this baby-led feeding cookbook because like I know like how to like give her stuff, but I haven't like quite gotten the grasp of like portion sizes and like different things to try with her. So I ordered that, and that's good. I also ordered her an itsy ritzy diaper bag and some like packing cubes to go inside of it to like keep it a little more organized because this guy is literally just a big hole. Like I literally can't keep anything organized in here to save my life because it's just a huge hole of junk. So, but today, that's not even the point of this video. Today, Cole woke me up and I woke up and there was this like little sign on my little whiteboard we used to keep stuff and it said Jessica's agenda, Target Day, Cavender's, Bone Betty's for Margs and Queso. I want to be there too. So he let me take his card. We have like a joint account on this particular card. So he let me take it and go shopping. And so I did. Obviously, I'm so good. Let me fix this. So he let me take it and go shopping. And I did. I went to Target. Show what I got from Target because this is where I went first. I got these little barrettes, which were super cute. One of them for my hair. And then I went ahead and got this e.l.f. Precision foundation brush and this e.l.f. Precision dual-sided eyebrow brush. So got those two things. And then I also got this little guy. It is an Opal House cordless ultrasonic essential oil diffuser, but it's cordless. So I don't have to like, I can kick it wherever I want in my house. I should have unbagged. I should have like taken everything out of the bags. And then I went to Ulta and I've already opened this and used it because I got this little NYX Dazed and Confused Professional Makeup Blurring Lipstick in the shade Girls Trip. Just a really good nude. Super cute. And then I also got a NYX Butter Gloss. I thought that'd be really cute. They're both in my cart because I used them. Then I got this, it's called Fake Bake Tanning Water. I've heard really good things about tanning water, like itself. And so I wanted to try it because the mousse doesn't work that well for me. It doesn't like stick and actually like make me tan for very long. And then I went ahead and got these exfoliating gloves by Eco Tools to like exfoliate. That way I could apply the Fake Bake and it not be horrible. I also went to Starbucks, and I'll tell you about that in a second. And then I went to Cavender's, and at Cavender's, I got this super cute yellow dress by Rock and Roll. So I got that. And then I got this shirt, but I went ahead and cut the neck because it was a crew neck. I don't like crew necks because they like choke me. And I got these cute little sandals by Yellow Box. They're little cowhide sandals, which I think are stupid cute. But I got all that. I went to Starbucks with my sister, and I saw on TikTok, I saved the video, this girl said, give me your favorite drink to the Starbucks employee. And the employee said, okay, and gave her a venti iced blonde latte with marshmallow syrup and sweet cream cold foam. So we ordered that today, and it's actually really good. So I think it's like my new favorite. So I'm definitely going to be ordering that more. Another thing I've gotten for Josie since I last posted video are these little teething tubes. So like she can just chew on them. You can put like teething gel in here, and then they can gnaw the crap out of it and just keep them busy. And then, whoa. Target dollar section got the best of me a couple weeks ago, and I hid these from Cole, and he hasn't even seen them yet. But I got these for like her nursery because we're gonna be moving soon and giving her like an actual room. And the ones we have are gray and I don't like them. So I'm going to do, so we have some wood and some white ones. I have 2 of each, like 2 sets of each. So she'll have 2, 4, 6, 8 shelves on her wall. I also got a couple new like bows in for her because I like, if you're a girl mom, you order bows. It's just what you do. So I order from 2 different companies. So I do Little Knots, which it does like little head turbans. So I have this little blue one, and then I have a swim one for her and a little pink one. But they also sent me in that one, I got a free gift because I'd ordered in like a time slot, and I got this cute little tan head wrap. But I don't know where the other 2 are. I think they're like still in our suitcases from visiting his parents. And then I ordered from this place called Southern Babes Boutique. It's like based outside of Texas. So I love supporting like local, it's in Texas, but like small shops. And this girl does everything herself, like does all the bow tying, does all the packaging, does all the delivery, like doing all of it herself. But I love to support that. So I got these. These are big bows on nylon. So I have pink and purple, and I have like a brighter, darker pink than that. I also got a camo one and a little blue one. And then I got this one, and if you know where this print's from, please let me know. Because I don't think that anyone would not know it, right? As if. I'm so horrible at leaking, but yeah. So got all of that for her, which she actually does like. I mostly came over to my apartment because I dropped my child off with my mom so that Cole could go golf because, you know, he gave me a really good day. So I wanted to like, ugh, the lighting in here's horrible. So Cole gave my fucking neighbors, literally, I'm like, I want to like fight them. Like I want to take them out to the parking lot and fight them because they literally have stomped around and banged on the floor and banged on the walls all freaking day. And they did it all fucking night. Oh, and another news. I got this cute little key ring. But they have been banging on the floors, on the walls. They banged on the floors and on the walls all night long. They've done it all day long. And I've had it. I'm so sick of it. But I must have came over here to wash this out because I took it to his parents' house and she had eggs. And I couldn't quite get it clean because I didn't have like a cleaning brush to do it with. So, gotta do that now. So I'm about to like scrub it really quick because it's like really dirty. But we're going out to eat tonight with a couple of my girlfriends, Alana and Alexa. So funny story though. I don't know, looking at the back of my head, so much fun. But so I started talking to Cole and I met Alexa. Alexa got me the job at Bone Daddy's because I was dating Cole at the time. So we broke up. It's a long story. Our love life is our love story is very complicated and very long, but we're great, so it's wonderful. But so we started like dating. Our first date was a double date with Alexa and Sammy, and we went to the bowling alley here. It's called South Plains Lanes, and I suck at bowling. I don't know why we went. I suck. But I became friends with Alexa. She got me a job at Bone Daddy's, and that's how I met Alana. And I love Alana. I love Alexa. They're like really good friends of mine. But we're going out to eat tonight with Alexa and Alana to Aspen Creek because it's one of my favorite restaurants here in Lubbock. So that's where we're going to go. But I haven't seen Alexa in, I guess, like a month. We went with our other friend Megan and went to Wing Daddy's and had like margs and stuff like that one night just to like see them. But I don't know. That's what we're doing tonight. So I had to clean that off to take to the restaurant because I don't like their high chairs because I work in a restaurant. I know most restaurants don't clean their shit. So like I've worked in restaurants before where the girl did not clean the high chairs. Like the hostesses would never clean the high chairs. I worked at a restaurant. My very first not like serving job. My very first restaurant job, I was 15. I worked at Bulldog Pizza in Jefferson. But one of my very first jobs in an actual restaurant that was like a chain was a chain in Longview. I won't say the name because I don't want to get sued or anything for like slander, defamation of character or whatever. They didn't train me to wash the high chairs. And at like 16 years old, I would go and like scrub them down like after each use. So like they'd sit at the table would get to leave, I would go scrub it down. Because I knew at 16, because I'd also been babysitting and being a nanny and stuff like that, I knew then that like if I was going to take my child into a restaurant, I would want them to sit in a high chair that's clean. The manager asked me why I was doing that while I was working so hard and that it didn't need to be done. Insert crickets here. I was like, what? Like you don't clean the high chairs that infants sit in? Like you don't clean it? And he said, no, we don't. We don't see the point in it. And I was like, okay. So I didn't stop, obviously, but like I didn't clean them as excessively because he kept getting on to me, and I got written up for it once too. Whereas at the place I work now, the girls do clean them, especially now with COVID. They like clean them after each use, and a lot of people don't even use them anyways. They just like let their kids sit in their strollers or whatever. But because there's a thing called a Duna, so it's like a car seat stroller, which I want for baby number 2. But either way, so I know that Bone Daddy's cleans them. I just don't know about like every other restaurant. So this little thing attaches to a table like this, and your baby can sit in it like right here. And I got it in hunter green because I just like it that way. But this is just so much better than like relying on somebody, like hoping that somebody, cleans their stuff. And so I was just like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I don't know if I trust that someone's going to clean their stuff after each use and that, like, it's not going to be completely disgusting whenever I get it, because I know that, like, people have sat down in a restaurant before, because I've been in a restaurant before where the people beside me sat down and there was still, like, crusted food on, my house is, like, a wreck right now. Like, I've been really depressed. Like, I don't think, like, depression obviously is not funny, but, like, let me just go ahead and say that postpartum depression is not a fun thing. It's not a funny joke. So the last like few weeks I have really, really struggled with postpartum depression, and I called my doctor and she told me, I promise I'm not this fat, like it's just baggy. I got it too big. But I called my doctor. I was talking in my breath. I called my doctor and I was talking to her and I was like, I am so sad. I cry a lot. Like, I don't have any motivation to do anything. I don't want to do anything. I am unhappy with the way that I look. I'm unhappy with my body. I am very sad. I'm sluggish. Like, I have no innate desire to, sorry, I gotta speak. I have like no innate desire to like do things I like to do and to like cook or clean or live my best life. I don't really have any desire to do any of that right now. And she told me, like, okay, like scale of 1 to 10, we'll do the postpartum scale, which there's like actually a thing, like after you have a child, at every child's visit, there is a postpartum depression like scale test they give you. So at every single doctor's appointment for your child, for the first, I think it's like the first 6 to 8 weeks, you have a 2-week checkup, and you have a 1 month, and then you have a 2 month. And you have a checkup like every 2 months after your 2 month checkup. So like I do them, it's called the Edinburgh Depression Scale. I do them at every single appointment. And then whenever you're doing postpartum stuff, every single appointment, and they call you. Well, me and would be dead. And at first, like I knew I had like postpartum depression. I knew I had that because after Cole's mom left, I cried. I was like, I don't want to do this for myself. I don't even want to do this. I'm depressed. I am like horrible. I'm a horrible mom. I am not great. I suck at life. And Cole's really good about like seeing my moments and going, do you need to go take a bath? Do you want a back rub? Like, do you want to like just cuddle? Like, what do you need? Do I need to like get up with her tonight? He's so good about doing all that. Like last night, I got up with her once, and then he got up with her this morning and let me sleep in and woke me up with breakfast and doing that because the last almost last month, my dad has been super sick, so he hasn't been able to watch Josie as much, so I haven't gotten really any breaks. And I'm basically a stay-at-home mom full time at this point because not that I don't want to work. I would love to go to work full time. I love my job. I love my coworkers. I would love to go to work full time, but with the fact that like COVID, I can really only, especially with my dad being so sick the last month, he was in the hospital for 5 freaking days. I can only work the days that Cole is off. That way, if my dad can't watch her on like a weekday, I don't have to call in every single time because I can't call in every time my child's sick. Like I just can't. So there's that. And so I've been really depressed because I haven't been able to like provide as much as I would like to. I don't clean really at all right now. The last like month I haven't cleaned. I have like done the dishes and done the floors, but I have not actually like gone through and deep cleaned, which I used to do that once or twice a week because I'm crazy. So not doing any of that and having to be a mom full time and waking up and knowing today Cole's going to go to work for 8 or 9 hours and I'm going to be stuck alone with a baby who depends solely on me. I'm not going to be able to go poop by myself or have 5 minutes. Sucked. And I got Josie to the point where like at first, like her first 2 months of life, she refused to sleep in her crib. Refused. And like did a bassinet at that point, but she refused to sleep in a bassinet. And then we got her crib whenever she was like 4 months and starting to roll. She refused to nap in it. She would sleep in it at night just fine, but she refused to nap in it. And now that she's almost 6 months, she will sleep in her crib. I can put her down for a nap. But the thing is that her crib is out here. So I can't clean while she's asleep because I didn't do the smart thing and I didn't vacuum while she was awake or while she was sleeping to get her used to it. So I can like pick up stuff, but I can't like do the dishes because running water wakes her up. I can't switch up the loaves because that wakes her up. I can fold laundry, I can put it away, but I can't put it in the drawers because it's right beside her bed and it wakes her up. So, I've like slept and I've put away dishes and I've done laundry before, but like not like actually like deep cleaned. And after I do all that, I typically just go in my bedroom and just sit there and I'll play on my laptop and I'll do schoolwork. But school is like a touchy subject for me right now too because I'm like so depressed. While I was pregnant, I was working 60 hours a week because I was working 40 to 50 at a school here in Lubbock, and I would work 12-hour shifts on Saturdays. By the time like October, November hit, I like told them I can't do this. Like I can't work 50 hours a week at the school and then come here and work 10, 12-hour days here. I can't do it. Being 8.5 months pregnant and like doing school as well because I was also enrolled in online college courses, 18 hours. So I took a leave of absence, and then I had my child, and then, well, I didn't have my child right after that. I had my child in December, and so having her, I had her right after the school that I was working at let out for Christmas break, and I just chose not to go back to the school because they didn't even pay me for maternity leave anyways. They were docking my pay regardless. So I was like, you know what? I'd rather just get my one last paycheck in January and be done and not have to worry about like them docking my pay for like 2 months. And so I resigned. Did the smart thing. I had saved up money that we could pay my bills while on maternity leave, that we wouldn't have to worry about it, and we didn't have to worry about being on like a single income, you know, and whatever. And his parents helped and my parents helped. But all that stuff, all that said and done, in March, I went back to work at Phone Daddies. I was working 3 or 4 days a week. I worked maybe 2 weeks, and then COVID hit, and we got shut down. Well, we didn't get shut down. We elected to for the health and safety of our employees and our customers. Our wonderful management team and the higher-ups decided to do that. I thank them for that because that was a really good choice. So they closed. We opened back up on May 18th, and I've only been working Sundays and Thursdays. And I typically have up Thursdays anyways because Josie's in physical therapy. This is going to be like an hour-long video because update, Josie's in physical therapy. She has plagiocephaly, which you don't know what that is. It's flattening of the head. She's in the birth canal too long because homegirl kept hiccuping herself back up in there. So she has plagiocephaly. We have to do physical therapy, and she gets fitted for a helmet next month. And she's going to be a cute little helmet baby, and if you say one bad thing about my helmet baby, I will fight you because she's going to be adorable. And yes, I am going to put the big bows on her helmet. Thank you. So, it's just been like a whirlwind of like a couple of months here. So, her having plagiocephaly really put me in, like, in a depression thing because I've been doing tummy time. I've been working with her. Like, I've been doing everything I needed to do as a parent. And she still has a birth defect. It is not really like a big birth defect. She doesn't have bronchocephaly, which is like the whole back of the head being flat. They have to like do a surgery to fix. Hers can be fixed with a helmet. And the things I read online from like 6 or 7 years ago scared the crap out of me. So back then, like a decade ago, they used to like squeeze their head. It's like called squeezing therapy. Now the helmet puts plates in the spots of the head that are perfect and like not misshapen, and insect foam plates, so it doesn't hurt, but like it leaves little spaces around it for the head to grow that need to grow. So like the parts that are protruding, so this part and part of her back head, the part of the back of her head, those will have styrofoam plates, and there will be like gaps on this side and on this side to help her head kind of fill out and round out, and she'll have to wear it for 3.5 to 4 months, maybe longer. But she's in physical therapy for all of that. So I felt like I failed as a mom. This video is everywhere because I'm depressed. And I also struggled with postpartum rage because there were days, and this is not talked about enough. Postpartum rage is a real thing. It is a real diagnosis, and if you have it, you are not alone because I definitely did. I had horrible anger issues beforehand, and having a child, your hormones come rushing. Like, while you're pregnant, hormones are rushing through your body. And then, while you're not pregnant, hormones are rushing through your body. And so, there was one day, and that's why most of these, like, postpartum rage is kind of coincides with shaken baby syndrome, child abuse, and, like, babies. And, like, because if you're you hit that point. Some parents hit that point. I never hit that point. There are some parents who hit the point where shaken baby syndrome, you have to shake a child like this with such an extreme force that their brain, like, shakes and gets loose, I guess. But it can cause death. You can literally sever their spinal cord, and it can kill them. And half the time they die of SIDS. So, SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome. I don't necessarily think it's sudden, because if you do that, you know that there's going to be something wrong, and you know that something's going to happen. And most parents don't get it treated because then they get knocked for child abuse, and then CPS comes into their home, and they have to take away the child, and most parents don't want to do that. So, there's a lot of babies who die. I never got to that point, but there was a time where she was just screaming her head off, and had been most of the day. And since it was flu and RSV and corona, I wasn't really going very many places. I laid her on my bed. Well, I laid her like in her bassinet in my bedroom. I grabbed a pillow. I went and sat in my pantry, which is right over there. And I screamed into the pillow and cried and punched it. I did not feel like a good mom. I felt like I failed, and I really wanted to give her a better home because I didn't think that my home would be good for her. Postpartum rage is a real thing, and I would scream all the time, like not at her, but like just about things. And I remember there was one time on a road trip where I was like literally screaming, "Why are you doing this? Why are you screaming?" And Cole was like, "Can you stop yelling? Like, can you stop?" And it was really scary for me. It was very scary for her. My yelling did not help her, obviously. It made her even more scared. I am better. I'm doing a lot better. I'm no longer like raging. Like now she's crying in the car. I will sing Baba Black Sheep or Baba Black Sheep's like the nursery rhyme. And then it goes with all the colors. It's really cute. But if you have seen Inside Out, Bing Bong is like the little girl's imaginary friend, and it's like a core memory. It's like deep back in there. He comes and he goes, Bing Bong, cause the friend that loves to play Bing Bong, laugh and sing the day away. I will sing that to her on repeat all day long, as long as it keeps her from screaming, and it does. So, but now I feel like I'm a lot better because I have got my doctor. I have a diagnosis. I have some diagnoses. I have medication that helps, and I'm on like a much better route. Also, during this whole thing, I was breastfeeding, and breastfeeding is so freaking hard. Like, I think I was still breastfeeding the last video I posted. Breastfeeding is hard. Breastfeeding is so challenging. Breastfeeding made me want to cry because I didn't feel like I was making enough milk, so I was supplementing, and then I really was making enough milk because I was supplementing. So now we just supplement formula, and she's so much happier because she's getting full. I'm happier because I don't have an infant attached to me. And there's some people who love that. I loved having her nurse. I did not like waking up every 2 hours because breast milk does not keep them as full as formula. So they continue to eat a lot, and they process it a lot faster than they do formula. So I did not like that. I did not like being a human pacifier. She refused to take a pacifier until she was 4 months old. So either way, I'm probably going to come back and do some more tomorrow because this video is super long now. I'm already at like 45 minutes and I haven't edited it yet. I haven't posted it. I haven't done anything yet. So I'll probably come back and video this tomorrow because I told my mom I was coming over here to watch that and I was going to leave. But I did this instead. Ooh, I messed up. If you know that's fun, it's TikTok, let me know. But I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about postpartum depression and postpartum rage, which I have been diagnosed and currently am being treated for both. So postpartum depression can last the entire first year. It comes and goes in waves. Like I was super depressed. My first 2 months of being a mom because it was just something new I had never really experienced. Like I had done childcare, I've nannied, but I've never pushed a human out of my body and then had to take care of it. And I love Josie. I love taking care of her. She's like one of my favorite. I hate my upstairs neighbors. They're so loud and so annoying. I love her. I love being her mom. But the first 2 months were really hard. Like, it's hard. It's hard to be a mom. And then I went back to work, and that was awesome. And then we got shut down because of COVID. And it all went downhill again because I was at home alone. Because of COVID, there's not much to do. We can't go to movie theaters. We really couldn't go shopping. We don't have the money to do that. Which, I was getting unemployment, so that kind of like bought her clothes and stuff and groceries and helped pay bills. But most of her clothes and stuff came from like, oh, my hair is so gross. Most of her clothes and stuff like that came from Target, and they have a brand called Cat and Jack, and it's super cheap anyways. But it was just really, really hard. So I went ahead and actually looked up the definition of postpartum depression. And so that's my foot rubbing on the sheets. I'm not tooting, I promise. So it says, and this is from the North American Dictionary. Postpartum depression is depression suffered by a mother following childbirth, typically arising from the combination of hormonal changes, the psychological adjustment to motherhood, and fatigue. So I never slept. I never got breaks. I was oh my God, the hormones, because I had switched birth controls and then I got pregnant and then I had a child, and just the changes and all that is insane. So I got diagnosed with postpartum depression, and then postpartum rage is um postpartum rage is one of the symptoms that accompanies postpartum depression. But the first, postpartum depression is a serious mental disorder affecting as many as 1 in 7 women after giving birth. It's very different than the common baby blues that most women experience the first 2 weeks after birth. Postpartum depression has very severe symptoms and is diagnosed with when the symptoms have lasted more than 2 weeks. Postpartum rage accompanies postpartum depression. If you look at a common list of postpartum depression symptoms and you see anger and often rage listed, how common is it? So this whole article is talking about, I'm so tired, is talking about it. And this is so good. It says, for many women, postpartum rage hits them suddenly, like in the middle of the night when the baby's up again, and they don't know how they're going to make it through that next feeding. Whenever Josie was a newborn, I remember getting up in the middle of the night and looking at Cole, and so sorry. I remember getting up in the middle of the night, looking at Cole, and I said, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I cried, bawled my eyes out, lost my shit because I just didn't know how I was going to do it. I was so exhausted. I remember his mom has seen every single part of my body at this point, and I feel like me and her are a lot closer than me and my mom at this point. My mom has not seen my vagina since I was probably a little teeny tiny tot, and his mother has seen mine and my boobs. There was one of the few nights that she was here. She came in here, and I was bawling because Josie just wanted to eat. She just wanted a nurse, and I just was so sick of it. And I remember this one time I sent her out with Cole into the living room so I could just have a moment. That protein bar is so good. Um, I sent her out with Cole so I could just have a moment of peace. And I was punching the bed and screaming into a pillow. Yep. And then this also says they may experience postpartum rage in situations that don't even seem related to motherhood, like when they're stuck in traffic trying to get home, or when their mother-in-law makes this remark about their housekeeping. His mom never made remarks about my housekeeping other than how I kept it super clean and how I shouldn't be overworking myself after giving a birth whenever I was trying to get the floors clean. That's honestly the only thing she's ever said. But the traffic thing, if Josie, the first couple of times we ever got in the car, Josie was fine. Josie's fine in a car. She does really good in a car. There was a little bit where she didn't, but she typically does really good. I'm very blessed. But there were times in the car where she would cry and scream if we were stopped, if she'd been in there too long, if we couldn't get stopped so I could feed her. I remember hanging over her car seat, unbuckled, which is super unsafe, going down the interstate in Dallas. That way we could get back to Dallas, back to Flower Mound from Longview, from visiting part of my family and friends down there. And I just remember screaming I was so angry. Rage can feel like a seething, simmering feeling or feel like an explosion. You may feel out of control physically and mentally. You may find yourself yelling or even feel the impulse to hurt your partner or your baby. There were times where I did want to hit Cole, I wanted to punch him in the face. The nights that Josie wasn't sleeping and he was sleeping so soundly because he didn't think he needed to get up. Or the multiple times I asked him to do something and he just hadn't, or how every time we go to his parents' house and I think that he's gonna help out with her and take care of her, he hands her off, and then I am stuck changing her and doing all the bottles. I think the last time we went to his parents' house, he changed her diaper maybe a total of 4 times in the 4 days that we were there. We were there Thursday evening through Sunday afternoon. And I changed her diaper the entire time we were there, nearly, other than one time a night. So, not happy. I was not happy. But I didn't want to hit him then. But there's I'm like, why? But there were times where I did want to hurt Josie. I know that shaken baby syndrome is from the vigorous shaking of your child. I never wanted to do that. And there were times where I would like literally pick her up and hold her and go, why did I become a mom? Like, I am not fit to be a mother. I suck at this. I am a horrible mom. I am not made for this. There were so many times I thought that. And then I would come in my bedroom, I would lay her down, and I would go get a pillow, and I would go into my pantry and scream into it and bawl while she was screaming her head off because she just wanted her mom. She just wanted a nurse. But I was so depressed and so angry that I just could not do it. And that hurt. That was one of the worst experiences of my life. And I am so scared to have baby number two because I'm so scared to go through that all again. But I don't I think I know how to handle it a little bit better this time around. Next time around, I will. This time around was the first time I never really experienced anger like that. Like being so angry at someone who is so perfect and so sweet and so innocent because they want to be close to you. And like having to be told they came out of an environment that was warm and snug and safe into this big, big world. And they don't know what to do. They just want their mom. They don't want their dad. They want their mom. I'm like crying. I'm so sad. Like thinking back on all of that makes me so sad because Cole used to get so mad at me. There were times we literally didn't even sleep in the same bed. Like there have been so many times where even if she was sleeping in a bassinet, we weren't sleeping in the same bed because he'd be angry with me or I'd be angry with him. And because I had just had a baby, my back was hurting, I was in so much pain, he would go sleep on the couch. And he still does that sometimes. Like we get mad at each other. Either I'll go sleep on the couch or he'll go sleep on the couch, and then he'll come out there and like apologize and we'll talk about it and get over it. But those first few months of just utter rage were so horrible. And I don't feel like it's talked about enough. Like I don't feel like postpartum rage and postpartum depression are talked about enough. Like I know so many people who've had babies and all I can see are they're so perfect and they're so happy. I'm so happy. And I'm like, how? Like, how are you so happy? I can literally list off. I would literally go, and we're up again. I'm so sick of this. And it makes me feel like a bad mom. Like, they're not trying to mom shame me. I'm mom shaming myself. But it makes me feel like a bad mom because I'm like sitting here, like, oh my God. I know that whenever she's 16 years old and screaming at me, you're ruining my life. I hate you. Because I won't let her go to some stupid party where she's going to meet some stupid boy. Like, I know, or girl, I don't really care. I know that, like, I know that I'm going to want these moments, like, where she wakes in the night and just wants to snuggle. I know I'm going to miss those. But the fact is that I got so mad about those moments. I just wanted to sleep. I was so tired. Having a baby is exhausting. And they're like, once you have that child, my Aunt Dana kept telling me, sleep while you can. You're going to miss it. I'm like, I came out on the schedule. My baby's going to do that too. It took 4 months for her to sleep through the night. She was sleeping through the night, like here and there the first few months. Like she'd do it for like a week and a half and then not do it. It took 4 months for her to like actually get sleeping through the night. And if you don't know this, sleeping through the night for an infant is not 7 to 7. It is 7 to like 5. It is how many hours they sleep. If they sleep 6 to 8 hours, that is technically sleeping through the night for them. And I want to miss all these moments. And that's what makes me the saddest is that I'm going to miss all of these moments where she's so small and so sweet and so innocent and so little and just wants to be snuggled. And whenever she is screaming that she hates me, I'm going to think back and go, God, I hate myself. Because that's all she wanted then and that's all I want now. And there are days where I love to snuggle her. And then there are days where I hate it. Like, I get touched out. I get so touched out. And I don't know, and if you're not a mom, you don't understand. If you breastfeed, your child attaches themselves to you whenever they're teething. And I just get so, I don't even breastfeed anymore, but like she's still teething and she just wants to be held and just wants to be like, and I can't do it. And then here's the thing. Then you're supposed to like have sex with your man.
I can't do that. I can't, like, be held all day by an infant and then want to be held by my fiance. I can't do that. I don't function with. I don't even like to cuddle that much. I get hot. I get sweaty. I'm like, ugh, get away from me. I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. So like, I just I suck at life and I'm failing. But this whole thing was to like close out all of that. If you want to know more about postpartum depression, check on your mom friends. We're not okay. Bye, guys.